Why should you be weird? Why you should be thinking, what makes you weird? What makes you unique? Those things, they can actually allow you to be confident in yourself. Because once you embrace the dark things about yourself, the weird things, those unique qualities, you'll be feeling comfortable in your own skin. You will no longer seek for validation from other people. You'll be feeling good because yourself is your home. And if you only live with the side of yourself that you present to other people, like the shallow part of yourself, you will never be feeling good in your own skin. And therefore you would always seek for validation, ways to match with others. How should I be so that others accept me? This is something that I've been trying to embrace for the past couple of months, years. It's a very difficult journey because society wants us to be a certain way. Social media is showing us how, especially for women, like I'm talking from a woman perspective right now, they want us to be a certain way. I've been struggling my entire life to find a way how to be myself. I always felt like there is one part which is me inside of myself, a rich world full of imagination. I'm super confident there. But then there was this other part of me, which is how am I with my friends, how I'm at my work, how I am with other people. And there was a huge disconnect. Like I couldn't find a way how to connect myself, these two worlds together. And I always felt like I'd rather feel better in my own world because no one is gonna understand me anyway, because my inner world is very different. And there were like few friends with whom I could share, but majority of the time there was just a huge disconnect. So I feel like my whole mission, and I would really like to encourage also other people, is to look for what is the weird part about yourself. What is the shadow the Jung, Freud, all the psychologists, psychiatrists are talking about, learning what is your shadow and embracing it. I truly believe that this is the way to become a confident person. And I've been trying to take steps in order to learn about what are the unique qualities of myself and find ways to explore that and start slowly sharing this with the world. And I've been using social media to do that. Also, the thing with today's world content is that lots of things are the same. I don't really buy those things. I don't buy the lifestyle that is being shown on social media. I want to be different. I want something else. I want weird stuff. Because I'm not like that inside. I'm not like the girls, like the things that are being shown on social media. I really want something real, something that is not out there. I want unique stuff. I'm looking for something that it's very different than what is shown on social media. And that is the problem. That I'm not able to find things that define me out there. Like, that's why it makes me feel weird inside, that I just don't match with what is shown out there. And it is the big thing, that there are just no ways, like no places where I can express myself, where I can be myself. And that is a big issue, I think, also with how the new modern world is constructed. Everything is for doing the things that are going to be sold, things that are gonna bring revenue, things that will get clicks. I'm on a constant journey looking for what are the weird things about myself, what really makes me, and I'm trying to find ways, creative ways to explore that and share it with the world. This is my journey looking for the weirdness inside of me. And this is my journey becoming confident in myself, because I truly believe that once you get to know yourself well, you can become confident in your own body. And this is the way to accept who you are, what are your thoughts, and admire the creative qualities that you have inside of you. I also believe that by exploring the weirdness inside of you, I can also become better person in relationships, but also make better choices in terms of looking for partners. Because I think by becoming confident in yourself, exploring the unique qualities about yourself, you'll have stronger boundaries, because you'll be feeling with yourself at home. You'll be not looking for validation of other people, because you will know how rich you are inside of yourself. You will not be looking for that value externally to fill like the gaps that you have inside of you. You need to fill those gaps yourself. And I think this is a really hard work, looking what are these gaps, what are the ways I can fill them, because no one else is going to do that for you. And therefore, I think this is my biggest challenge in life. And I try to think about it as an exciting challenge, not like a hard work. I have to look for ways to excite myself, learn about myself. I try to make it fun. And I really think that it's going to really help me in many areas in life, at my work, because I will no longer be afraid to speak and like even share my thoughts. I always felt like I just have to talk about the important things and like what is on my mind. Like there is no place to explain that or share it with anyone else, because who is going to care about what I have to say? And I always struggled with that, because I always felt like nobody's going to listen, no one is interested in what I have to say. And I really want to reach that point where I feel comfortable just saying what is on my mind, not caring whether people will be interested in or not. Like this is not what I'm here for, right? I think how becoming confident by exploring your weirdness is going to help you. It's also how you are spending time with yourself. Like in my relationships, what I've noticed, I always had an issue how I'm spending my free time. I always felt like I need to reach out to the other person, like they need to like fill up my time, my free time. Because I basically didn't know how to feel good with myself in my free time without the other person. And I think this is coming from not really knowing myself, not really feeling comfortable with myself. So therefore, I think exploring my shadow side, what really interests me inside of me as a person, and like being actually interested in that is really going to change my life. And I think, as I mentioned, like this is a difficult thing to achieve, and I accept that. And this is also why I wanted to make this video and share with you, because I think we all should be doing that. Like I think also like other thing that I noticed like is how social media is teaching us. They teach us that, and of course I'm talking from a woman perspective at this point. This is what I'm noticing. And this is like certain aesthetics, certain content that is being shown to us. And it's really like around the beauty. It's very repetitive. Like the weirdness is not really being embraced. Like there are subjects that they just sell well, but then they don't really show us like other areas of life. And I think it deprives people from knowing what really makes someone a human. It's very much on the surface level. And I think that's why I think we don't really have the tools and knowledge to how I'm supposed to learn about myself in a different way, not just by watching social media content, but actually going out there and doing things. I think there is definitely needed education around how can I learn about myself. And this is something that I would like to share with you more, is I think I'm like excited. I want to learn more about myself. I'm really curious about where this journey can take me and who I am inside. I'm curious about my creativity. I want to get farther. I want to go deeper and explore the subjects. I think everyone has amazing qualities. There are just certain things that don't allow us, and sometimes it's also lack of knowledge that don't allow us to go farther. But I think if we go farther, we can really become more confident, feeling way better with ourselves, because we're gonna be rich people inside. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and please comment down below, what are your ways learning about yourself? Like, I'm so curious. I really want to learn from other people. What are your ways of exploring your weirdness, your unique qualities? I think we should be all creating more content about this subject. There's just so much one type of content out there, but I really want to like dive deeper into what are the other things that people do that help them know themselves way better than they currently do. So let's embrace weird things. Let's embrace who we are, like our dark side, not to make it about something bad, but just about things that like are hidden inside of us, and we are basically not exploring because the society tells us that this is not gonna be popular, this is not what other people are going to accept, or other people will, and that other people will not be interested. I really want to encourage everyone, and this is my journey. This is what I'm signing up for. Like, I really want to explore the strange things about me, and I hope you share the same thoughts as I do.